Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Aaescii and today we're getting back to Victoria 2 after a long hiatus. So, yeah, it's been about 2 or so weeks since I last recorded. It's been like hectic. As many of you might know, it had recently been exam time for a lot of people, including me. And that was very fun. So now that's over and I'm slightly traumatized, we can get back to playing video games. So sorry for you who would have been wanting to see some of this during that time. I've been swamped. I tried recording several times but I could never get into it, and it's been so busy at my home anyway. So what's going on here? In Jordan there are, what are they? It's just a very vague rebels rebelling against the government in Amman. Interesting. So, there's a lot of stuff going on around the world, and I have to admit I can't really remember too well what point we were at before, but I do remember that we made it to space. Also it says here South Yemen, so I think we're expanding our sphere of influence. Yeah, we got Ethiopia, Benin, and then Yemen. South Yemen was the next goal. We gotta increase our relations with Hungary because they're just being so bitchy with us. And I mean, understandably, but still. No, don't. How dare you? Oh yeah, that's right. The Prague Spring happened, and then we got lots of infamy, and I was whingy about it. I was whingy about like that. Yeah, I should have seen that coming, honestly. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, Hyderabad has joined our block. Isn't that interesting? Now control over Thingo is strengthened, and yeah, they don't want to ally with us because of infamy reasons, which is understandable because we're about 10 points over limit. We can add them to the sphere though? No, we can increase our opinion, which we will do, seeing as they're communisto. Like some countries, i.e. most of the world right now. It's being a bit laggy for some reason. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I don't know. I'm not really good with computers. I'm okay. I know what I need to know, I guess, but yeah, it's being a bit poopy right now. I've only got 6 gigs of RAM, so I don't know if that's sort of what happens with it, but our economy is going through the slump at the moment. Seems it's mostly military spending that's in education. Yeah, those are the two biggest expenditure thingies. So what's going on here? Good pensions. Yeah, well, it's going to cost us more money. Oh, and I'm being interrupted. I'll be right back. And I am back now, having a good old chat on my phone. Of course, I will definitely not edit that out at all, and you will get the goss on what I'm doing every day. Space docking, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, I remember now. I was really fucking stupid before. When we landed on the moon, I was like, oh yeah, the Soviets probably did that. At the time, oblivious to the fact that they never did that, which is really obvious. Everybody knows that. They never got to the moon because the Americans got there first. And then the Soviet government was like, well, fuck. And then they started funding for creating the International Space Station, which they did. And I knew that, but for some reason, I was like, whatever. So, yeah, that's a bit of a brain fart on my part. Oops, South Yemen. What can we... Oh, I hate this. I hate that so much. If there was one thing that, like, if I could, like, take over Paradox's offices for, like, 1 second, it would just be to, like, when that pops up, the sphere of influence thing, it just takes you to the first country that has that deal going on. It's like, oh, it irks me so much. Okay, so what is that? Samara. So, let's get them to Kazan. Oh yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was being really dumb, so, apologies about that. I read up about it though. Extremely unlikely, that the Soviets would have gotten to the moon, like, in the actual landing craft they had, because apparently, like, if you see pictures of it on the internet and stuff, it's really shit. They called it the Bug or something, like, it was nicknamed the Bug, and it was like a third of the size of the lunar lander thing that the Americans had. It could only fit one person. Apparently there was a modified version somewhere that could fit two. And in my description thing, I just sort of like had the headcanon that, like, you know, they had 2 people land on it, and it was like a modified version because I'm sort of role-playing that, like, the Soviet government here was more interested in landing on the moon or something. I don't know. I really don't. Like, maybe that super important rocket scientist that the Soviets had didn't die in 67 or whenever it was, and that, like, sort of helped them get to the moon first. I don't know. Either way, America can suck on it because they lost. So I very much enjoyed writing in that, like, wish fulfillment, like, thing where there's like, America never recovered. Like, yeah, pretty obvious that they would have, but, like, I don't know. I find it kind of cool. So France is, like, trying to influence everyone. Right, we have 19 Spain. How about we do this? Increases the opinion. Oh wait, they're already hostile to the French. Let's expel the advisors of the French. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Get out. God dang it. Also, Partido Carlista. Now, I don't speak Spanish, but that tuberculosis, wasn't that gone by then? Oh well. Isn't that, like, about the Carlists? When they're, like, militant Catholics or something that wanted to reinstate the Bourbon dynasty? I don't know. I'm dumb. Don't mind me. Oh no. Okay, so how are we? We're all gone okay here. Things are all good. Just Hungary's being a little shit, allying with Austria and Germany. Like, why would you ally with Germany? I don't understand. You're not allowed to. It's banned. I'm just gonna keep this on tab with here because they need to, like, yeah, terrorism, whatever. That'll never become significant, am I right? Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, I need to get them to like us as soon as possible because it's really bugging me that we have a gaping hole in our amazing Great Wall of Communism, as I would probably call it if I was in charge. Oh yeah, I've, like, since my hiatus, I like how I'm calling it a hiatus, like it was planned. It really wasn't. I just, yeah, I really didn't want to stop recording, but I had to. I came up with, like, I actually bought Crusader Kings 2. Alright, we're out of influence for now. Because, like, I had it before, but I'm going to admit that I didn't really have it, like, I didn't have, like, the new version of it, and I felt really bad, because, like, I'll go to play it, and, like, I had to use, like, all the outdated versions of things, or like I'd have to like resort to piracy, and like I don't like piracy. Like I don't like resorting to that. It's not fun. I don't enjoy that. So whoa, hi there, Saudi Arabia. How are you doing? Okay. Yeah. Hi. Wow. Wow. Proletarian dictatorship. Saudi. Wow. There it is. That. Wow. Okay. I've got no words. I've got nothing. A communist Saudi Arabia. Can we like take a moment to just like let that sink in, you know? Just like a communist Saudi Arabia. What happened? Was there like an event or something? Did I just like miss that? Do we even get to see that? Did they? Saudi Arabia. All right, so okay, so it must have been recent, maybe. No. Well, it must have been recent. It must have been around early September. That's just crazy, though. Wow. Just to insert like the thing of that dude going, wow. The wow guy, whatever his name is. Okay, so that's probably the coolest thing that's going to happen this episode. As soon as South Yemen sort of, gets in a sphere, we're gonna have a good old chat to Mr. Oil Reserves here, yeah, just have a look at that. Why are they allied with Yemen and not South Yemen anymore? The proletarian dictatorships. We've got to stick together, comrades. Come on, please. Also, I think having South Yemen in our sphere will help with sphering Saudi Arabia. No, we're gonna keep breaking our promises. If anybody figures out that what I'm doing with that is really stupid, please let me know, because I don't know what I'm doing. I just did that the first time and I'm sort of sticking with it. And I forgot what I was talking about before. Oh yeah, so anyway, summer sales and stuff. I went to the Paradox website and bought Crusader Kings 2 DLC pack thing, thinking that it came with everything except Conclave, and then I bought Conclave with that, but it turns out that it didn't come with Way of Life and Horse Lords, which was my mistake. But I don't know. Some people don't like Way of Life. Some people don't like Conclave. I actually kind of like it. Horse Lords, everyone thinks is okay. But yeah. So anyway, I've got updated version and everything. It's super cool, and now I can play the newest version of the Game of Thrones mod, because that's the main reason why I play Crusader Kings 2. So I was thinking, right, do a playthrough as maybe Crown Stagstar as Viserys Targaryen, not Daenerys. Fuck Daenerys, no way, nah. Nah, Daenerys is okay, I guess. But imagine, right? So what's his name? Was it Oswald Darry? Or I don't remember his name. The Darry guy that smuggled Daenerys and Viserys. If you don't know about the Song of Ice and Fire stuff, I'm so sorry about this, but I'm gonna talk about it for a while. So oh, okay. Wait a second, being interrupted. The Salafi movement, or Salafist movement, is an ultra-conservative orthodoxical movement within Sunni Islam that references the doctrine known as Salafism. The doctrine is summed up as taking a fundamentalist approach to Islam, emulating the Prophet Muhammad and his earliest followers as al-Salaf al-Sahih, the pious forefathers. They reject religious innovation or bid'ah and support the implementation of Sharia. Alright, given that the Soviet government wasn't, not really too, friendly with religious institutions from what I know. I mean, I actually read up about Muslims in the Soviet Union, rarely got to go to Mecca. They couldn't go on the Hajj? I can't say it properly, I think. They'd only, allow, about 20 people to go at a time, strictly monitored and everything. So they went to, I think it was in Dagestan, Astrakhan sort of area. I don't know, there was a place that Muslims within Central Asia and West, East, whatever, went to somewhere around here-ish, that they sort of used as a substitute because they couldn't actually get to Mecca, which I thought was sort of interesting. So given that the Soviet government would let them go to Mecca, I'm going to say that they wouldn't be too friendly to this, ultra-conservative orthodox movement, so let's suppress it. But anyway, so Viserys Targaryen, Mr. Crazy himself. I figured, right, so you get, the Targaryen loyalists, headed by that Darry guy. I'm not sure if there were other people with them, but I'd imagine there would have been. So you have that. They get out off of Dragonstone, obviously, before Stannis takes it. Wait a second. Welcome to the Sphere. And the loyalists gather up all their money and resources, and they, pull all their strength together, hire some, mercenary companies or whatever, and seize one of the islands in the Stepstones in the name of Viserys. Or, Viserys and Daenerys, whatever, but, they'd probably prefer Viserys because he's older and, whatnot. Soviet Kashgar. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. I don't know what that really did. Oh, are these colonies? Huh. Okay. Yeah, so they do that. And I'm just imagining how that would go down. I think it would be interesting to do a playthrough like that, because I don't think people don't play as Viserys. I mean, obviously, because he's not a playable character. He doesn't have any fiefs or anything. So if I console in as someone in the crowned stag start, which is Robert when he's crowned, then I use console commands to give Viserys control of one of the Stepstones, and then just go from there. Maybe give him and Daenerys a dragon egg each, just to make it a bit more fair, and go from there. I mean, I want to do that sort of thing, but part of me is thinking, why wouldn't Robert just grab all of his soldiers and go to the Stepstones and beat the shit out of them then, and capture them and execute them? Because Viserys and Daenerys were on the run since they were 8 years old or whatever. Since Viserys was 8 years old. I have a sort of weird admiration for him for that. He managed to stay alive and keep Daenerys alive since then, but at the same time he was fucking crazy, so and abusive and stuff. So I don't know. I think it'd be interesting, but I'm trying to think of a reason why Robert wouldn't just he'd be oh, the Targaryens are literally right there, why don't we just invade? So I'm just sort of playing around with ideas with that, but I do really want to do recording for Game of Thrones mod. I think that would be fun.